If you thought you'd seen it all, think again. This is Celebrity Press, where secrets explode before your eyes. When you seat your ex-husband, his new girlfriend, and your shattered pride in the same row at the BET Awards, you're practically guaranteeing a front row seat to a silent soap opera. And Remy Ma was cast front and center, with 4K cameras zooming in on every twitch of her left eyelash. This isn't exaggeration. It's raw, unfiltered drama. Footage of Remy Ma, seated right behind Papoose, and Claressa Shields during the biggest night in Black entertainment, has exploded across the internet. She wasn't clapping, her eyes were doing all the talking. So the real question is, did BET purposely position Remy for maximum mayhem, or was this just an act of sabotage? A coincidence seems unlikely. Remy sat there with a look that said, "I've made some life-altering mistakes." Forget the red carpet. This was public heartbreak in high definition, with assigned seats and zero emotional escape. And let us tell you, the jealousy, the shade, and the silent screams were louder than any stage performance that night. In the viral footage, Claressa flips her hair and flashes a grin like it's prom night, and she's already won. Buckle up. We might be witnessing the wildest BET storyline of the decade. Welcome to the 2025 BET Awards, or should we say the Hunger Games, Celebrity Edition. The performances? Mid at best. The outfits? Iconic. But the main spectacle? Remy Ma, sitting just rows away from her own romantic demise in Section B, Row 4. Yes, you read that right. This was a live-streamed karma event where your past mistakes get popcorn and front row seats, just to watch your man cuddle someone else inches away. So let's pause and ask ourselves, was this the most savage seating plan in BET history? As we gear up to roll the viral footage, remember, Remy Ma isn't just another guest. She's the woman who once walked tall as part of the power couple that gave us all hope. They were the poster duo for Black love. She endured, served time, and stood by Papoose, while he practically wrote odes to loyalty with his beard. But then came the twist, or should we say the uppercut from reality, when whispers began that Remy's armor may have cracked, that she might have stepped away from her marriage ring for a quick round with none other than Easy the Block Captain, a name that screams, this ends badly. While Remy battled temptation like it was her own Summer Madness tour, the Claressa Papoose arc was brewing, creeping into view like a hurricane ready to flatten Remy's emotional beachfront. Claressa Shields, undefeated in the ring and apparently in life, transitioned from a few friendly photo ops to "we're just supporting each other" tweets. Then came BET night, and thanks to Twitter sleuths, leaked seating maps surfaced just hours before the show. Remy was stone-faced, blinking at as speed scientists say signals an impending internal collapse. But the real fire was behind Claressa's sparkly ponytail. And don't just take our word for it. TikTok sleuths with ring lights were on the scene. Remy glowed like a fresh-lit match hovering over a gasoline can. You really can't script this, but somehow, it wrote itself anyway. One thing's for sure, Remy never smiled. Not when Mariah Carey hit a note that sounded more like a cry for help. Not when Kendrick took home an award. And definitely not when Papoose leaned in and whispered something in Claressa's ear that nearly broke the internet. Her laugh had the energy of a schoolgirl during recess. According to one anonymous source, seat filler Kayla looked like she was mentally solving algebra problems, mumbling to herself, "Damn, Kayla." And then came the clap cam. BET had the audacity and boldness to pan the camera directly over Papoose and Claressa, catching the mid-laughter as the crowd cheered, while Remy Ma sat in the back with a face straight out of a crime drama. She blinked slowly, the kind of blink that suggests you're doing a real-time calculation of your legal fees. Twitter exploded in minutes. The hashtag RemyMawisty began trending, with frame-by-frame analyses of Remy's facial expressions. Maybe she's just tired, some tried to argue, to which another user clapped back. Tired of seeing what, exactly? As the public laughed and speculated, deeper questions started to form. Why was she even seated there? Was it a coincidence? Or did BET's production team go full messy mode and stage this emotional fireworks show? Especially when other sections had empty seats. That wasn't random. Someone made that decision, and it was probably lighting board Larry. Other fans didn't hold back. She went from all the way up to all the way done in one seating chart. And they might be right. The only thing that had better ratings than the show was the timer fans put on how long it would take for Remy Ma to snap and throw a program at Claressa's head. She sat in that chair wrestling with betrayal and maybe indigestion. This is when the BET scandal got juicy. The longer she stayed seated, the more obvious it became. She wasn't just caught off guard. She was trapped in a living meme machine, a moment so painfully awkward it belonged in a museum. Get your popcorn. Because what happened next wasn't just captured on film. It became digital gold. At one point, a nearby camera caught Remy's eye twitch, just once. That was the moment we knew. She wasn't just upset. She wasn't being petty. She was deeply, soul-scorchingly jealous. Not a word was said, but her energy screamed across the room. Stay with us, because in part 2 we'll break down the body language, the alleged footage leak BET didn't want you to see, and what anonymous sources claim was an orchestrated setup. Let's begin with that leak. Shortly after the show, a 12-second clip hit the web, reportedly pulled from backstage security. And no, it wasn't Olivia Pope, but someone sure dropped the files. In the grainy, overheated footage, Claressa is seen adjusting her dress and laughing with Papoose. But behind them, visible through a curtain slit, stands Remy Ma, arms crossed, glaring like the walls owed her child support. Instagram gossip blogs erupted. Side-by-side shots compared Remy's face to horror movie villains. Twitter? A war zone. One tweet read, "Sorry, X, but let's be honest, it's still Twitter." And Twitter went feral. Remy didn't just look jealous. She looked like she was mentally uppercutting Claressa from behind the curtain. But this wasn't just jealousy. It was spiritual warfare. One TikTok creator wrote, "This is the kind of stare that makes your skin burn for no reason. She ain't just mad. She's mourning a man who ain't even dead. I'm grown. But don't let this dress fool you." Then came chaos. Allegedly, Remy Ma's microphone was accidentally left on for 11 minutes during a break. She leaned over, possibly to Fat Joe or an innocent seat filler, and whispered, "They're doing this on purpose. They want me to react. They want me to snap. But I won't give them the satisfaction." That's according to a now-deleted post by a rogue sound engineer named Mitch Kark, who claimed BET mic'd the wrong people. Now, that moment is everywhere. Printed on t-shirts, memes, and mood boards with the phrase, "Don't let this dress fool you." It went global. One Twitter user wrote, "Remy Ma saying 'don't let this dress fool you' is my new daily affirmation." And just like that, it was gospel. Meanwhile, influencers began using AI-generated filters to imitate Claressa's expressions, creating fake emotions, looking jealous, all just to get views. But wait, you want receipts? Let's talk about the nameless insiders. Because what's a scandal without them? One such source claimed to be a BET Awards seating coordinator. They remained anonymous and only gave the name, Seat. It wasn't just any random moment when Papoose leaned in to wipe a smudge off Claressa's lip. It was the perfect shot for a viral live reaction. According to one unnamed wardrobe assistant, Remy had asked to change her seat ahead of time, but BET producers allegedly told her, "You'll have the best camera angle here." So Remy brought her popcorn gift bag, maybe as a joke, or maybe because she knew the vibe would be awkward. But guess what? Claressa didn't. One anonymous Instagram account posted screenshots of what they claimed was a text between Claressa and a friend before the show. It read, "I just hope I don't have to sit too close to Remy. I'm not in the mood for shade tonight." This is just one example of the playbook that explains why red carpet couples often get seated next to their exes. It fuels maximum media buzz. While his ex-wife tried not to detonate behind him, Papoose looked fully at ease, holding hands with a champion and seemingly unbothered. And if you thought that was messy enough, someone had to bring up Easy the Block Captain. Yep. In a now viral Clubhouse room titled "Was It Worth It, Remy?", a mysterious voice, claiming to be Easy's cousin, said Remy didn't just lose one man, she lost both. The internet didn't flinch. Toward the end of the show, Remy quietly reached for her clutch, stood up, and walked out. No drama. No tears. Just a silent, haunted exit, like the final scene in a sad indie movie. That single walkout shattered social media. She didn't cry. She didn't look back. She just vanished like a ghost mourning her own marriage. Meanwhile, Papoose and Claressa were caught on camera softly laughing together. BET didn't cut to commercial. Nope. They zoomed in. Because BET knows how to do drama better than Shonda Rhimes. And that's where part 3 begins. In a storm of media chaos, celebrity reactions, fake apologies, and lawsuit rumors. Did BET go too far? Was Remy Ma manipulated into an emotional breakdown on live TV? Was this a PR trap disguised as a seating chart? She didn't clap. She didn't blink. She just disappeared, and the video of her walking out instantly went viral. People reposted it everywhere: Facebook Antis, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels with captions like, "You never know what someone's going through." But it wasn't the exit itself that detonated the internet. It was the narrative that followed. Remy Ma's silence became a kind of anthem for people who've been hurt while their exes played relationship goals on stage like it was a high school talent show. One viral tweet, now sitting at 2.7 million views, declared, "This wasn't an award show. It was a psychological hit job in HD." And trust us, BET was scrambling behind the scenes. Sources claim the network went into full PR crisis mode, with execs reviewing every crowd shot frame by frame, scheduling Zoom meetings with names blacked out, and allegedly firing an intern for liking a tweet that read, "BET set Remy up like a love and hip-hop reunion." Hashtags like #Justice for Remy, #They knew what they were doing, and the absurdly viral #BetterUp trended for 48 hours straight. BET finally released a polished but suspiciously robotic statement. Seating arrangements at the BET Awards are planned months in advance, based solely on camera angles, artist visibility, and production flow. Any emotional responses captured during the live broadcast were completely unplanned and regrettable. Wow, really? Let's break that down, or more accurately, expose it. Because this wasn't sincere. BET's version of "we're sorry" was more like, "Oops, our bad." Anyway, meanwhile, Claressa Shields fanned the flames by posting a photo with the caption, "Still shining and undefeated. Just vibrations and violence." No tags. No context. Just pure, calculated shade. Then came the final blow, a reposted quote from the boxing champion's alleged legal team, saying, "Charlo won the ring, the man, and the moment. Remy lost in every direction." Over 50,000 reposts. And whether that's true or not, it sparked an entirely new debate. Did BET deliberately set Remy Ma up for public humiliation? Was this a revenge seat? A clot trap disguised as a celebration? It's a messy, obvious storyline that played out right in front of us. And then, as if things couldn't get more ridiculous, a screenshot surfaced showing someone pretending to be Remy Ma's cousin's hairstylist assistant's Uber driver, demanding BET's executive producer with the message, "My client is exploring legal options regarding emotional exploitation. The reputational harm caused by intentionally placing Remy Ma in that seat during a live broadcast may have been no accident. I swear I caught Mona Scott Young whispering to a BET employee near the stage. It looked like she said, 'Now bring on the breakup.' Let that sink in." Mona, the mastermind behind Love and Hip Hop, was spotted backstage at the BET Awards. According to dubious but delightfully dramatic sources, she wasn't on the schedule, not part of the staff, just lurking, like she could smell a new franchise forming in real time. And let's not forget the clapback of the year, allegedly sent via DM by Easy the Block captain, who had remained silent until now. He reportedly messaged a gossip blogger and wrote, "I wasn't the one who played her. She just picked the wrong man to bet on." Meanwhile, Remy Ma has gone completely ghost. No posts. No tweets. No comments. Just straight up digital disappearance. And honestly, sir, that is a bar. Naturally, this has only fueled the fire. YouTubers started posting hour-long breakdowns with titles like, "Why Papoose might be the real villain here." BET Awards, the most savage seating since Game of Thrones. Remy Ma's silence is louder than any verse she ever wrote. Even other celebs started chiming in. Tamar Braxton posted, "Remy is better than me. I would have been escorted out in heels hands first." Then came the worst part. Papoose reposted the clip with the caption, "Plot twist." People are now asking, what's dropping next week? A diss track? A boxing match? Or a BET After Dark docuseries? Let's talk fallout. Remy Ma's public image? Scorched. Her fan base? In shambles. The other woman, no longer a secret, is now officially Claressa Shields, with no chill and no code. Even Joe Budden, the unofficial minister of petty men, said Papoose looked moisturized, smug, and emotionally unavailable. There are even rumors that a new pilot titled Behind the Velvet Ropes may already be in development. Joe said on his podcast that Remy was sitting in the loser's lounge while her ex was getting applause and called it cold. That's BET. Behind the scenes? Allegedly, both Zeus and Netflix had execs scouting talent that same night. Because if there's one thing we know, someone was out there lighting a cigar with BET's ratings chart. And that wraps up this massive, chaotic, almost Shakespearean tale. Or does it? Let's be honest, you know Remy Ma sees the memes. You know she notices the videos. That camera pan, with her stone face frozen in time, is already being archived in meme history, next to Jordan's crying face and Nick Young's shrug. But let's talk about you, the viewers. If you've ever seen seasoned battle rap Remy, you know, all it takes is a beat and a mic, and we might just get a diss track titled Row 4. So, was it all just a seating accident? Or was it a psychological landmine on live television? Was Claressa Shields set up to take a victory lap with Papoose inches in front of Remy Ma? Did producers wager on Heartbreak for ratings? The truth is, Remy Ma never needed a monologue. Her expression was the screenplay. No script. No words. Just the sound of a slow blink while her ex clutched hands with an undefeated champ. And now, we ask you, drop your thoughts in the comments. Was Remy Ma a victim? Was this all part of a messy master plan? Or did she just get caught up in someone else's sequel? What we do know is this: Remy didn't clap.
She didn't cry.
And she most definitely did not blink. Before you head out, like, comment, and subscribe for more dramatic celebrity showdowns, exclusive leaks, and off-the-record breakdowns you won't see in mainstream media. Because here in the world of celebrity press, the truth is always leaking, the chairs are cursed, and the tea never stops boiling. So hit that bell because the next scandal, it's already brewing.